This is Raja Avula, Faculty of History. Today our topic is Vedic Age. In the last videos we completed Indus Valley Civilization extensively. There are several videos on the Indus Valley Civilization on different topics. All the topics has been covered in the Indus Valley Civilization. Same like that we started Vedic Age. Coming to this point, Vedic Age. Typically, age of the Aryans is known as Vedic Age. This is also called as age of Aryans. Because Aryans, they composed 4 major Vedas of this period. They composed 4 major Vedas of this period. This period can be divided into 2 parts. They took nearly 1000 years for the compilation of the 4 Vedas. They took 1000 years for compilation of the 4 major Vedas. That's why based on this, first Veda is Rig Veda. Rig Veda, it took 500 years for the compilation. So the first 500 years considered as a Rig Vedic age. That was the first part, Rig Vedic age. These people, they lived from 1500 BC to 1000 BC. This age is also called as early Vedic age. Early Vedic age. Rig Vedic age is also called as early Vedic age. In the early Vedic period, they lived in northwestern frontier province, that is Sapta Sindhu region. This Sapta Sindhu region. Later they moved towards the east. Later Vedic period they moved towards the east. Here age also transformed. And later Vedic, second part is later Vedic period. This later Vedic period starts from 1000 BC to 1000 BC to 600 BC, 400 years. So these 400 years they took for the compilation of remaining 3 Vedas. First 500 years they took the compilation of the only Rig Veda. Later for the 400 years they took compilation of the 3 Vedas. That's why based on the compilation of 4 major Vedas and also the related Vedic literature, divided Vedic age into 2 parts, early Vedic age and later Vedic age. Who composed this Vedas? Vedas were composed by the Aryans. Vedas were composed by the Aryans. That's why I said to you, typically the Vedic age is called as Aryan age. Who were Aryans? Aryans composed the Vedas. Who were Aryans? And what are the topics should understand in this Vedic age? To understand the complete Vedic age, we need to understand first who were the Aryans, that is, from where they came to India, what called as homeland of Aryans. First we will discuss this topic, homeland of the Aryans. After that, they composed the Vedas. That's why we are going to discuss the Vedic literature. The second part of this, to understand Vedic literature. There are different types of the Vedas and Vedangas. All those things will come under the Vedic literature. After this completion of the Vedic literature, extent of Vedic age. Extent of Vedic age. How far they extended. After extent of the Vedic age, next to social conditions, we will discuss the social conditions, economical conditions of that period, and also political conditions of that period, political conditions, and religious conditions. All these topics, these 5 topics will compare with the early Vedic age and later Vedic age, where they lived in the early Vedic age, where they moved in the later Vedic age, and what are the social conditions in the Rigvedic age and how they changed, how economical has been changed, how the political conditions has been changed, how the religious conditions has been changed. All these things we will discuss now one by one. First, coming to the point of the homeland of Aryans. Originally Aryans, because we are going to discuss the homelands of the Aryans? Because Aryans were not Indians. They considered as not Indians, but they settled in the Sapta Sindhu. Aryans, they were the foreigners. According to the different historians, they gave different opinions, but most of the people, they accepted Aryans were not indigenous, they were the foreigners. But from where they came to India? They came to India as invaders. Foreigners, they came to India as invaders. They settled in the Sapta Sindhu. But they composed Vedas, and also they developed Sanskrit literature in the India. Coming to the point of the homeland of Aryans, homeland, that means from where they came to India, homeland. The origin of, that is what called as origin. Origin of the Aryans. Origin of the Aryans is highly complicated and controversial. It is a never-ending debate. The homeland of the Aryans are what is that? Origin of the Aryans is a never-ending process, never-ending debate. Different scholars, they express different opinions. The word Aryan, it came from the root word of the Sanskrit Arya. Arya means superior range. Superior. Arya means superior race, and also noble. Arya means noble, that means not ordinary. The civilization or culture, what they followed, Aryans, what they followed, that was different from the earlier Indus Valley civilization. The earlier Indus Valley civilization is quite different from the Aryan civilization. There are 4 to 5 theories regarding this Aryans, homeland of the Aryans. The first one is European theory. First one is European theory. Some scholars like Sir William Jones and others, Sir William Jones and others, they said their opinion that Aryans came to India from German and other European lands. Sir William Jones, he is very famous, and he was also called as the father of Indology. Indology means the study of Indian culture and Indian history. He was a father of Indology. And 1783, Sir William Jones, he established the Asiatic Society of Bengal. Asiatic Society of Bengal. To know about Sir William Jones, he was the first person who established this Asiatic Society of Bengal. The purpose of the Asiatic Society of Bengal to protect the ancient monuments. They used to protect the ancient monuments, and ancient monuments started translation into English. They started the translation into English. For example, Sir William Jones, he started the translation of Abhignana Sakuntala. Abhignana Sakuntala first time translated into English by the Sir William Jones, which was written by Abhignana Sakuntala was written by Kalidas, Mahakavi Kalidas. Might be it was the first Sanskrit Kavya or first Sanskrit drama which has been translated into English. Sir William Jones, he was the first to translate Abhignana Sakuntala into English. So he protected ancient monuments, and also this school, Asiatic Society of Bengal, this school started the translation of ancient Indian manuscripts which were there in the Sanskrit, from Sanskrit to English. They started from Sanskrit to English. This person, this gentleman, he said that original home of the Aryans somewhere else in the Europe. According to the Sir William Jones, somewhere there in the Europe. Similarly, because the similarity of the Greek, there are some Greek similarities, Persian, Latin, and Sanskrit. The similarities of all these, Sanskrit. The similarities of all these languages, he compared Greek, Persian, Latin, Sanskrit similarities. All these languages are similar. Must have been the people, all these people must have been lived together at one place. They must have been lived together at one place, according to the Sir William Jones. They left a latter period, they left their homeland, and they either for the increasing of the population or for the lack of some sources, they might be did not have some sources. Population has been increased, so there is a need of vacate that area. Some people, they moved towards other places. Might be like that they came to India. Slowly they moved to the east, because wherever you start the civilization, even in India also, the civilized people, they are starting from west to the east. So always there is a chance people to move from the west to the east. This happened in several times, several areas, either for the scarcity of the food, or either for the increasing of the population, or either for the flood of that area, or due to the physiological reasons. There are so many physiological reasons. They might move towards this. So some thinkers, they also said Aryans, they came to India from Europe, that is either Russia or Germany. The similar people, those who accepted this Sir William Jones. But this theory, not accepted by the many people, because this theory has no sound proof, no very strong proof. That's why this was not accepted by the modern historians. So European theory was not accepted by the modern thinkers and modern historians. This is not correct. Second one, Austro-Hungary theory. Austro-Hungary theory. Theory of Austro-Hungary. Dr. P. Gills. This was Austro-Hungary theory was proposed by the P. Gills and Professor MacDonald. These two people, they proposed this theory, Austro-Hungary theory. Original home of the Aryans was Austria, Hungary, and Bohemia. Might be they belong to that area, Aryans. Why? The main aim of, or main comparison of this theory is they compared Austria-Hungary fauna and fauna of that area, similar to the trees and animals which are occurred in the Austro-Hungary area, same occurred in the Vedic age period. If you want to know about this theory, Gills what said, MacDonald what said, flora and fauna of the Austria-Hungary area, and flora and fauna of the what these people they lived in India similar. Both are the similar, and also they compared agricultural activities, cattle rearing of the Aryans, and also cattle rearing of that area. Both were compared. Languages. Along with this, they also compared the languages, animal husbandry, animal husbandry, what they continued Austro-Hungary area and India area, animals known that they used more horse. Aryans also used more horse, more time. Horse and cow is the main animal of the Aryans. Same horse and cow was the main animal of the Austro-Hungary theory. After this, Indian gods like Varuna, Indra, these gods were also appeared in the literature of the Austria-Hungary. These are the similarities. So based on these similarities, Gills and MacDonald, they said their opinion, Aryans might be came to India from Austro-Hungary lands. This was the second theory. But this theory was not soundly proved. Most of the modern historians did not accept it. Even some similarities are there, they did not accept it. Next to other theory, the third theory was a Central Asian theory. This is most important theory, Central Asian theory. This Central Asian theory was proposed by Max Muller. This was proposed by the Max Muller. Max Muller, he was German scholar. Max Muller, he was also philologist and Orientalist. Philologist and Orientalist. Max Muller. What Max Muller says? Philology means, coming to the point of philology. Philology is the study of comparative languages. Comparative languages. Study of the comparative languages in oral or written form. Either in the oral form or literal form based on the historical sources, we can study that philology. And coming to the point of the Orientalist, Orientology means the study of the Eastern, Near Eastern and Far Eastern cultures, societies. Study of the Near Eastern or Far Eastern societies, cultures. That's why our area is called as Oriental area. So many colleges or so many Sanskrit schools are established in the eastern part. They are on the name of the Oriental colleges, Oriental schools. Oriental means completely east. You can understand that Oriental is east and western. So his name also recorded as Max Muller, name also recorded as Maximilian in the different records. This name also recorded as a Maximilian in the several official languages also. He wrote that book, India, what can it teach us? India, what can it teach us? This book was written by Max Muller. So in this book, he compared the Vedas and he wrote about the Vedas. Vedas he compared with the Persian literature. Vedas and Persian literature. Persian book Jand Avesta. Jand Avesta. He compared these two. And after comparing this, we can come into the point of two things. We know the two things. Both were Vedas and Persian things. Coming to the point of, we will know the two comparisons. Two basics of this theory. There are two basics of this theory. These two basics were, one is philological evidences. Another one is epigraphical evidences. There are two basic things to prove this Central Asian theory. One is the philological, another one is the epigraphical. Philological means comparing the languages, comparative languages, study of the comparative languages. That is the language of Aryans, what they used, language of the Aryans, that is Sanskrit, is similar to the Persians. Languages of the Aryans and Persians have close resemblance. They have close resemblance. Like coming to the point of the Rig Veda and take Jand Avesta. Rig Veda and Jand Avesta. Coming to this comparison, in the Rig Veda, we wrote that Aryans, they have the habit of taking a juice. Aryans, they have the habit of taking a juice. That juice is called as Soma juice. Same Persians, they have the habit of taking a juice, Homa juice. Both are similar. Soma juice and Homa juice. In the Indian language, a river called as Sindhu river, and Persian language it is called as Hindu river. Indian Sanskrit language, Indus river is called as Sindhu river. Persian language it was Hindu river. Just S and H differences. And in the Indian language, Sanskrit language, Ahura Mazda. Ahura Mazda. And Asura Madana. Asura Madana. This is Sanskrit language. This is Persian language. In the Persian language, Zoroaster called as Ahura Mazda. Zoroaster, who composed the Jand Avesta. Zoroaster, he proposed a new religion. He brought a new religion called as Zoroastrianism in the Persia. Persians, they followed the Zoroastrianism. Their main cult was the fire cult, and Aryans' main cult was also fire cult. There was the two terminologies, Ahura Mazda killing the giants, killing the bad. Asura Mazda, same, Asura Madana killing the bad in the Sanskrit. So like this comparison of the both languages. After this, next coming to the point of epigraphical evidences. What are the epigraphical evidences to prove this theory? The second one, epigraphical evidences. We found epigraphy. Epigraphy means study of inscriptions. We found a inscription at Bogaskai inscription. This Bogaskai inscription found at Central Asia, Kilgul Muhammad Hills. In the Central Asia, found at Kilgul Muhammad Hills. This Bogaskai inscription was done by the two tribal people. It was an agreement between the two tribal people, Mitannis and Hittites. found at Kilgul Muhammad Hills of the Central Asia. These two were the European groups. They lived in the Central Asia. They lived in Mitannis and Hittites lived in the Central Asia. They fought each other. And finally, Hittites were defeated. Mitannis, they scored victory. Hittites were defeated. Based on that, these Hittites, they moved towards the east. Hittites, they left the same place, Central Asia. They left over the Central Asia. They stayed at Central Asia. Hittites moved to the east. So these Hittites might be Aryans. That was the epigraphical evidence. Hittites were first to use iron in the world. Same Aryans first to use iron in India. Iron materials, iron weapons. Before the Aryans came to India, Indus people, they were ignorant of the iron. That we know. Indus people, they were ignorant of the iron. So based on this theory accepted by the many historians, and many historians, they accepted Aryans came to India from Central Asia. This was one theory. Another theory was Arctic region. Aryans came to India from Arctic region. This Arctic region theory was proposed by the Balagangadhar Tilak. Balagangadhar Tilak, who was the father of extremism in India. B.G. Tilak, Lokamanya Balagangadhar Tilak, he wrote that Arctic home of Vedas. Arctic home of Vedas. Or Arctic home of Aryans. This book was written by the Balagangadhar Tilak. What he has taken the basics of this area. There are so many differences. He took one difference is a 6 months day. 6 months day. Compared the 6 months day seasons. Severe cold. This 6 months was a severe cold. Because of this severe cold, they found fire altars. Fire altars found each and every house. In each and every house. Aryans also, they found the same. They have the habit of making fire altars at home. This was another theory. But this is still debating. Several people debating this issue. Next to fifth theory, that was the Tibetan theory. Aryans came to India from Tibet according to the Swami Dayananda Saraswati. Swami Dayananda Saraswati in 1875, he established Arya Samaj. Founder of the Arya Samaj. Swami Dayananda Saraswati, he was the founder of the Arya Samaj, founded in 1875. He wrote Satyartha Prakash. Satyartha Prakash. In this Satyartha Prakash book, he wrote about the Vedas. He said, go back to the Vedas. Vedas are rock ages of India. We can go back to the Vedas. Why he said that go back of the Vedas? Because Vedic is, there was no casteism. There was no female and male, what is that, differences. Discriminations are not there in the society. That was the egalitarian society. According to the Swami Dayananda Saraswati, that was the egalitarian society. That was only Rigvedic case, not the latter Vedic case. Latter Vedic case, many differences has been existed, many changes has been existed. But coming to the point of the Vedic case, early Vedic case, people were lived together with unity. There is no discrimination in any point of view. That's why we have to go back to the Vedas when he established the Arya Samaj to bring some awareness in the mind of the Indians and to what is that inculcate nationalism, to inculcate the nationalism in the minds of the Indians at the time of freedom fighting. She started 1875 Arya Samaj. He said, Aryans came to India from Tibet. What was the main base of his theory? He took that might be there occurred more population in the Tibet. That because of the more population in the Tibet, they moved from the Tibet to the what is that land area, plain areas. They has different. They moved from the Tibet to the plain areas and they settled in India because of the more population. But this theory is not accepted. This theory found they did not found much sound proof. They has not favored by the more modern historians. More modern historians, they did not accepted and they did not give favorable to this Tibetan theory. Last theory was Sapta Sindhu. Aryans, they lived in the Sapta Sindhu according to the A.C. Das. A.C. Das, he said that Aryans, they lived in Sapta Sindhu region. The main place of the Aryans was the Sapta Sindhu region. They settled at the Sapta Sindhu region. And he wrote Rigvedic India. A.C. Das wrote a book called Rigvedic India. This book was written by A.C. Das. What he said? He said Sapta Sindhu was the homeland of the Aryans. They were not foreigners. They lived in the Sapta Sindhu. They also existed in the Sapta Sindhu. They originated in the Sapta Sindhu according to the A.C. Das. Coming to that point, what is Sapta Sindhu? Flowing area of 7 rivers. The flowing area of 7 rivers called as Sapta Sindhu. What are the 7 rivers? Saraswati, one river. Indus and 5 tributaries of the Indus, Ravi, Bias, Satluj, Chenab, Jhelum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The flowing area of these 7 rivers is called as Sapta Sindhu. That was the area of the Aryans. They lived in that area. Sapta Sindhu, it is also called as Brahmavarta, mentioned in the Indian literature. So this area is Brahmavarta. The area between Indus river and Yamuna river. The area between the Indus and Yamuna river up to the Vindhya Satpura regions, that area comes under the Brahmavarta. That was Sapta Sindhu. Sapta Sindhu was homeland of the Aryans. Sapta Sindhu was Aryans settled at Sapta Sindhu region. So like this, there are different theories regarding the origin of the Aryans. So we discussed extensively origin of the Aryans. Remember one thing, the most important theory was Central Asian theory. This is also in debate. They did not come from any place according to the A.C. Das, but this is in the debate. This is also in the debate. So this is about the Aryan homeland of the Aryans. In the next video, we will start the extent and other things of the Vedic literature. Especially after the completion of the Vedic literature, we will go to the social conditions, economical conditions, other issues of the Aryan age. Okay, good luck.